Hi everyone, and welcome to the Uterine Nurse. My name is Michelle. I'm an OBGYN nurse practitioner. This space, we talk about all things women's health with an emphasis on perimenopause, menopause, because that's an area that I'm very passionate about, and lifestyle, grown womanhood, high value lifestyle. The topic today I wanted to dive right into was, what is menopause? What is perimenopause? In my practice as OBGYN nurse practitioner, I've been in healthcare for a little over a decade. As I've been practicing as a nurse practitioner in women's health, I found that a lot of my patients come in with concerns and symptoms that they just don't feel like themselves anymore. And a lot of these symptoms are characteristic of perimenopause and menopause, but a lot of people don't even know what that is. A lot of healthcare is not even derived to teach medical professionals about menopause and the treatment. You have to really spend time and energy digging into this, caring about this, and caring about the women that it impacts. And for me, it's such an untapped area that a lot of people have no idea what it is or that they're even experiencing it. And it's not something that we talk about around the table at home with our extended family. First, we're going to start with menopause, and then we can talk about what perimenopause is in relation to that, because I think it makes a lot more sense and it's easier to kind of wrap your head around it. So menopause is the cessation of a woman, someone with a uterus, ceasing their cycle for 12 consecutive months. So that's no menstrual bleeding for 12 months. The normal range for that is about 45 to 55. Average is about 51, 52. But there's a whole host of symptoms that happen with that, right? Because we're talking about hormones, we're talking about our ovaries. Those symptoms can present up to 10 years before you even go into menopause. So we're talking about women as young as 35 can start having some perimenopausal symptoms. This is important. It's important because in society, we have these marks of like honor, of badges, of awards, essentially in theory, that we give women as they transition through life. So, you go through your childhood, your teenage years, and then when you start your menstrual cycle, it's like your mark of womanhood, because in our culture and humanness history, that's usually when women were given off to be, brides. It was their mark of being able to bear children, which was for a long time seen as our only value in society. But once women start to transition out of that period of time, we kind of just get lost. We get lost into society. Society just kind of goes, meh, you've done your due diligence. We're just kind of put out to pasture, so to speak. And it's unfortunate because there is so much life. Most of our life is lived outside of our childbearing years. That is the honest truth. And so when you think about perimenopause and you think about menopausal women, there's this large population of women that are not being serviced, that are not having attention given to them. And it's an area that I am strongly passionate about. To see there being more policy and things put in place and advocacy in this space. So, perimenopause, it's important to talk about it. It's important to know what it is, to know that our ovaries, the primary hormone that's driven is estrogen, and there's a fall off and fluctuation of that's starting to happen in perimenopause, and then you get all of this myriad of symptoms that come about because of that. I'm looking forward to sharing that. I'm passionate about it. Unlike what our human existence in society has told us that women are put out to pasture, I think it's an untapped power. I think that the cultures and the times in our existence as humans that we've acknowledged that there's something special and very unique about mature women that have been through their youth, they've been through childbearing, and they've experienced and seen things. And there used to be in villages and communities where it was I was honored to be around a woman of wisdom. And I feel like this period of coming into your womanhood and transitioning into perimenopause, I think it's a badge of honor. I think it's to be acknowledged, exalted, talked about. And I think these women need to be serviced during this transition of how important it is. I'm excited about sharing all the information I have. This is not a substitute for seeking out medical advice from your local professional, but it is a way to start disseminating that information. It is a way to start having these conversations, and it's a way that I can be a resource for people on a larger scale. Now, in conjunction with that, like I said, I'm a big proponent of lifestyle, of womanhood, womanness. The term high value is getting tossed around a lot. And I think when you really think high value, it's a woman of experience, of intellect, of life, of lived life, lived life. You can fabricate it with looks and activities and things, but you can't substitute time. There's nothing you can do to rush time. And I think there's something so beautiful about an aged woman through time. And most, if not all of these women are perimenopausal or menopausal. So I'm pro my perimenopausal, menopausal women. I'm advocates for them. I'm passionate about this, and I'm looking forward to sharing more information about it. But when you ask what is perimenopause, what is menopause, it is this time period where your ovarian function starts to decrease, the estrogen levels start to drop. There's a myriad of symptoms that come with this, and there's a large population of women that are not being serviced during this time, and we deserve to service them, and we deserve to honor them and acknowledge them, because every woman, every human born with a uterus and ovaries will experience this in their lifetime. And we have a service to acknowledge them and to uplift and to acknowledge how much of a beautiful thing it is. So I am happy you're here. If you like this, please like, comment, subscribe. I have a Instagram, the Uterine Nurse, and I also have a TikTok where I do more kind of just casual short clippets as well, if that's your jam. So thank you for tuning in.